listen to internet radio a month. Hard to believe, huh? Who would have knew? Well, I'm going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to dig in a little bit deeper. And then on the 11 o'clock, here Central Time, we're going to bring in my guest for the show, Dianne Collins, the author of Do You QuantumThink? New Thinking That Will Rock Your World. Now remember, we're all stuck with what we think we know, and we think because of our experiences we know more than we know. Are you free to new things? Have you opened up your mind to anything? Or are you just stuck on it, what you have now? I know for me, every year I have to learn more how to let go, open up, and learn. I'd like to find out your process when we come back. So we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Listen to The Legal Eagle and the Coach each Wednesday from noon to 1 p.m. on Tough Talk Radio Network. Leading local and national experts in business will share their keys to success so that our listening audience can be educated and entertained along the way to becoming all they can be. So whether you're new to business or highly experienced, The Legal Eagle and the Coach with hosts David Alterburn and Brian Kaiser is a great radio program for you. For more information, go to legaleagleandthecoachradio.com.
Attention entrepreneurs, it's time to get real. Real about who you are, where you want to be, and what you're willing to do to get there. To make the leap from just getting by to making real money and making a real difference in this world takes a plan and certain skills. If you are serious about building a business that makes a difference in this world, join Michelle Sism at her Legacy Live event in Houston, Texas, September 10th through the 12th. Learn more at legacyliveevent.com. We will see you there.
Did you know that an estimated 52 million Americans listened to Internet radio in the last month? Or that weekly Internet radio audience has increased 60% over the last year? And that more than 8 in 10 people are online from any location? Tough Talk Radio Network is a company dedicated to providing a platform that allows opportunities for guests, hosts, and sponsors to market themselves to the Internet radio media where they can be heard by millions. To find out how Tough Talk Radio Network can help you, go to toughtalkradionetwork.com.
All right, welcome back to Workshop Wednesday. My name is Tony Gambone, and we're coming to you live from the Tough Talk Radio Network here in Houston, Texas. And, folks, it's the 1st of July, so happy 1st of July to everyone out there. Holiday weekend coming up. A lot of you have a 4-day weekend. Some of you might take a vacation. We know that this time of the year, everybody says business slows down because school's out and summer's in and people are taking vacations. Well, I don't know about you, but in my business, you willing to make in your world to make a difference? How are you willing to make a change in what your legacy is going to bring? And when we say legacy, okay, I mean, some people get to be on a stone in a park somewhere, looking famous. When I say legacy, what am I leaving for my family? What are my children and my grandchildren going to be able to reap from what I leave? I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about actions. I'm talking about manners. I'm talking about putting others first. I'm talking about being able to place the noise aside for a minute. I'm not saying don't travel in the noise. It's hard. It's impossible. It's where we live. But it isn't impossible to shut it down for a bit. So when you take that 30-minute lunch break, turn your phone off. When you wake up in the morning, do something for 30 minutes or an hour before you turn your phone on. Don't mess with your laptop until you go in your office. So if that means you want to look at it at 6 o'clock, be sure you're in your office working at 6 a.m. Don't use it to just sit around, eat breakfast, do this. No. Have your own time. It'll make you so much better in your world. And we're going to take a short break. We're going to come back with my first guest, a young lady by the name of Dianne Collins. And like I said earlier, I'm really excited because Dianne, she's the author of Do You QuantumThink? And I have a copy of the book. I'm so excited to get it. But, it's about mastering your mind so you can master your life. Now, all of us say, yeah, I got it covered. And I'm going to say wrong. And I don't know if you ever live long enough to get it all covered. But I do know that if it's a work in progress every day, you can make big steps in your life, notice big things in your life, and become better. Okay? Come better. And that's what we're here for, to come better, make sure that the people below us come up better. Live the legacy. I'm going to take a commercial break. When I come back, I'm going to bring up Dianne Collins. If you want to go to her website while we're on break, check her out, Dianne, 2 N's, Collins.com. And we'll be right back after this break.
So you think you're tough enough for Tough Talk with Tony Gambone? Tony knows how to dish it out. Can you take it? Tony Gambone is a communicator, mentor, and entrepreneur whose tough style and generous spirit quickly garnered recognition in many a competitive arena. Now he's bringing his intelligence and knowledge to you as a hard-hitting radio talk show host and thought leader. Tune in and see for yourself. Tough Talk with Tony Gambone. It's a sure thing. To find out more, go to toughtalkwithtonyGambone.com.
Do you want to know the secret to building a successful business quickly? It's all about taking action, but not just any action. It takes inspired and consistent action to get profits. Join Michelle Sissom, the six-figure results lady, as she asks successful entrepreneurs their profitable secrets every Monday at 2 p.m. Central Time on Take Action, Get Profits with Michelle Sissom on the Tough Talk Radio Network. If you're ready to take action and get profits, you can find out more about the show at takeactiongetprofitsradio.com.
Live at Choice, where your imagination becomes your reality. If you can imagine it, it's possible. If you can believe it, it's yours. We get it. You're done with the way it is now. You're finished with all the frustration around why you feel stuck and your life isn't working. Imagine what your life would be like if you could have all the answers and see new possibilities. We at Live at Choice choose to make a difference. Live at Choice has developed a proven process and a series of questions that lead participants to the answers they seek, gaining new understanding and self-awareness for both your personal and professional life. If you're ready to get to the life you want, contact us today. Visit liveatchoice.com to get started.
Did you know that an estimated 52 million Americans listened to Internet radio in the last month, or that weekly Internet radio audience has increased 60% over the last year, and that more than 8 in 10 people are online from any location? Tough Talk Radio Network is a company dedicated to providing a platform that allows opportunities for guests, hosts, and sponsors to market themselves to the Internet radio medium, where they can be heard by millions. To find out how Tough Talk Radio Network can help you, go to toughtalkradionetwork.com.
Okay, welcome back to Workshop Wednesdays. My name is Tony Gambone, and I'm here every Wednesday from 10:30 to 11:30 Central Standard Time on the Tough Talk Radio Network out of Houston, Texas. Now, I hope that everyone is getting prepared for the holiday weekend, and, just make sure if you're doing the fireworks thing to separate the alcohol from the fireworks at one point or another. Be safe, and, remember to take some time off with your family. Taking time off with your family means that, maybe when you go into your family's home or you're in an environment with all your family members or friends, turn the phone off. Try it out. All right, so wait, I know people panic when I say turn your phone off. Leave it in your car, okay? You can always go back out there in a couple of hours to make sure that no one's trying to contact you to do brain surgery, because unless you're a brain surgeon, really how important is it? People will find you if they need to get a hold of you. Take some time out to enjoy the weekend. Understand the value of your family. Understand shutting off the time, the noise from work. So my first guest is a favorite. Dianne Collins is an original thinker and media personality, the author of 6-time award-winning bestseller, Do You QuantumThink? New Thinking That Will Rock Your World, considered a must-read book for our changing times, and I highly recommend it as a must-read book because, well, you remember in the show I mentioned that at lunchtime, do you just play on your phone or Facebook or some game on social media? I said, maybe you should read. This would be a great book for you to read. It's called Do You QuantumThink? New Thinking That Will Rock Your World. I want to welcome Dianne Collins to the show. Dianne, welcome.
Thank you so much, Tony, for having me. I've been loving your conversations and your advice, and I'm just thrilled to be with you and everyone.
Well, first of all, happy 1st of July.
Yeah, isn't that something? Time flies, right?
Yep. Well, it's only because you're having fun. So the saying goes, right? So, and I want to say thank you very much for the book, and what you wrote inside the book is very nice. I never realized doing a radio show and meeting personalities from and experts from around the world would give me so much joy as it does when I get a book and someone writes something in it. Because in today's world, not too many people take time out to sit down and say something nice. So I really, really appreciate that. It meant a lot to me, and I keep showing everybody that comes near my office. So
good.
Thank you.
I'm so glad. Thank you for saying that and acknowledging it, Tony, because I take my my book signing very seriously. And, to me, it's an honor to have someone read my book, especially someone like you. And so what I do is I take a moment, I tune in. I connect with you because I know I'm coming on the show, and, of course, we've spoken before because I've been on some of your other network shows. And what I do is I tune into your websites, to your shows, to, your tip talks online so that I can connect with you. Because I know if I can connect with you, then I can connect with your audience. And that's what's important here is we're all in this conversation together. But in terms of what I write into the book is that I say it from my heart. I really go in and connect through that invisible, this isn't going to sound woo-woo, but this is really the science of the way things work in the world, where we really are connected. And it doesn't take a scientist to tell you that. I mean, when we say we're connected spiritually, we're connected to whatever you think of as divine creator, God, source of all that is, any of it. And I'm not trying to get religious here, but the idea is that all of that takes place in what we could say is invisible. Thought is, for the most part, invisible. Feelings are invisible. We can see the expressions of thinking. We can see the expressions of thought. We can see the expression of spirit. But what we may not realize, and this is part of quantum thinking, is that we can actually tune into one another. When you hear these stories of a mother who, of course, family connections are the strongest, who has a sense, has an intuition that something, is off with one of her children, and then she, it's like an alert, and then she goes and in some way becomes, saves her child, let's say, from harm. And these are stories that are very commonplace, or that you're thinking of a friend you haven't spoken to in 10 years and they call you on the phone in that moment. Well, these are very real mind-to-mind, spirit-to-spirit connections. So when I'm signing a book, I'm connecting in to you. Now, I know a little bit about you anyway because I know what you've created in life, having been on your network, and how much value you offer people. But so when I sign it, I really take it very seriously, and so I appreciate everything you said about it, is that we can really tune into one another that way and be in the experience of, even if we haven't met physically, which we haven't, that we can experience one another through this, quote, quantum field, through this field of intelligence, of awareness, of mind, of heart, of connectivity.